Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Preimesberger, editor of eWEEK. Thank you for joining us today for this latest segment of eWEEK eSpeaks. It's our interview series with IT thought leaders from all different segments of the technology business. Our interviewee today is Chandra Ranganathan, and Chandra is the co-founder and CEO of Opsera. That's Opsera. Welcome, Chandra.
Thank you, Chris.
And this is going to be fun. This is going to be a discussion of next generation software development and getting it all done and getting it done well and fast. And generally speaking, it's Opsera is a low-code DevOps platform that focuses on continuous orchestration. So Chandra, tell me a little bit about the company and what it does, and then a little bit about your background too.
Thank you, Chris. So our product and venture name is called Opsera, as you mentioned. With Opsera, our goal is to revolutionize or help revolutionize and transform DevOps and software delivery and help make software delivery faster, easier, and safer for developers. And we aim to do that by a concept called continuous orchestration, which is a single platform that can orchestrate tools, pipelines, and insights by maximizing choice of any CI/CD tools and no-code automation across the DevOps lifecycle.
Okay, so
from a background,
no, I was going to say Opsera is pretty agnostic, can work with any kind of development platform.
Yes, the intent is to work across any cloud, work across any tool. So we're tool and cloud agnostic. We also want to make it very easy to provision tools, to provision stand-up pipelines. We can have a variety of pipelines that can be dynamically built through Opsera without writing any code, through drag and drop UIs, through JSONs that can be integrated into source code repositories and scheduled, etc. So we have various options. And we also provide unified insights on top of the tools and pipelines that can help a variety of stakeholders who need metrics.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about your background.
So prior to Opsera, I was at Uber for the last 3 years, running their global enterprise infrastructure. And before that, I was at Symantec as a vice president of their global infrastructure, cloud ops, etc., which is where my co-founder and I work together. My co-founder is Kumar Chivukula. I want to give a shout out to him. He's the CTO for Opsera. We worked together for about 7 years at Symantec. We built a private cloud ground up, expanded that to multi-cloud across Azure and AWS. And as part of that, we re-engineered a whole lot of workloads to become cloud native. And in the effort to support a lot of engineers and engineering teams who used a variety of tools, we built a DevOps platform that was able to quickly build tools and also enable developers to use these tools and pipelines without taking away choice and control from them. And that was kind of the genesis for us for the idea for Opsera as well, because we feel this is a problem that's faced by a lot of companies across the dev and DevOps teams. And that's what inspired us to start Opsera.
Yeah, I'm quite familiar with Symantec over the years. And Symantec is one of those companies, independent companies that just fits in anywhere, with its security, and has made a big success of that. And it sounds like Opsera is kind of the same way. You can kind of fit in to a system and add a lot of value to it. Can you describe or just define for me continuous orchestration? I think I know what that means, but some of our listeners may not.
So in the world of continuous, so we've heard of CI/CD, right, which is continuous development, continuous integration, continuous verification, continuous security, continuous deployment. So that's how you move your code from your source code repositories all the way to cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So what we are focused on doing is to help make that movement really fast with a choice of tools, being able to build tools and pipelines dynamically and to show insights across that ecosystem. And that's what we call as continuous orchestration, that orchestrates tools, pipelines, and insights by allowing for no-code automation.
Okay, so in other words, build it fast, build it right, but if there are mistakes, you can fix it right away.
Yes, you have the ability to For the pipelines, for example, you can stand them up dynamically. The pipelines can be ephemeral. You can create, you can delete, you can share, you can publish pipelines, you can create pipelines for a variety of use cases using a pipeline that could span multiple clouds across multiple tools can be easily built, and you get the insights on top of that as well. As far as the tool chain goes, we provide a catalog of tools that we provide across the CI/CD ecosystem. There are a lot of best of breed tools. We support a lot of them, most of them, and we can continue to keep adding to that catalog. We also allow customers to bring their own tools into that catalog as well that they can use to build those pipelines dynamically.
Choice is always good. It's never bad, right? If a customer wants to use his or her own tools, or if they want to use some of the ones that you provide, they have that choice. Whatever they're comfortable with, whichever works well for their use case, you can't go wrong when you offer the choice. Can you describe, Chandra, a use case of the tool, of the platform, so that our listeners can kind of understand how it works in the real world?
Right. So let me take an example for each of the areas that Opsera supports. So toolchain, as I said, we provide a catalog of variety of tools. So you get choice to use different kinds of CI tooling, right? Whether it's Jenkins or something else, or different kinds of continuous security tooling, right? Whether it's SonarQube, Anchor, Twistlock, or Black Duck, etc. Similarly, using different varieties of deployment tools. It could be your own scripts that you create, or it could be Argo or Spinnaker. So our vision is to allow for customers to use any of those based on what they need, their choice. It could even be proprietary tool, and to build those pipelines very easily. So we offer a variety of pipelines out of the box. It's a library of pipelines that cater to different personas as well. So we offer pipelines for software engineers that can support any language-based pipelines or multi-language pipelines. We also support pipelines for AI ML that can allow for creation and deployment of AI ML models. And finally, we are seeing a trend where on the IT side, there's a lot of custom development going on for SaaS-based applications like Salesforce or Zuora or CPQ, Marketo. We are providing some out-of-the-box pipelines that can address some of those use cases, and we continue to work with customers to expand those, because we can use the Opsera framework to easily create multiple verticals of pipelines using our microservices-based architecture, our container-based framework, and verticalize those pipelines very easily.
I was just gonna, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say you deploy these using containers and microservices, right? That's the way to do it. And that's exactly what you took away my question. So now I got to come up with another question, because I was going to ask you about that. No, that's all right. What are there a couple of vertical industries that you are selling into more than others, or are you pretty horizontal the way you sell your product?
So the product itself is a horizontal abstraction layer or a platform above the point solutions that can address end-to-end use cases for DevOps. Mm-hmm. We do work with large enterprises and also small, medium enterprises. We are working with several customers and prospects as we speak. We've also seen a lot of vertical use cases, as I mentioned. Some are core engineering and some are more on the IT side for SaaS-based automation. We are also seeing some asks for industry-based pipeline automation, right? That's specific to certain industries because of their workflows. And we are kind of in the early stages of that. But as we work with more and more customers, we are also getting to see some patterns that not just provide technology-based verticals, but potentially also industry-based verticals.
Okay. How long has the company been in business?
We started, so we were funded by Clear Ventures, Trinity, and Firebolt in December 2019. So we formally started in Jan 2020, and we launched and came out of stealth mode on the 15th of October. So wow. Just a couple of weeks ago.
You guys are newbies on the scene. Wow.
Yes, we hope to keep the momentum here with the early feedback with the customers that we're working with, and hope to grow and scale and solve more and more customer problems in this area, because this is evolving. The adoption to cloud is increasing, even more accelerated by COVID and remote work. And we're seeing a trend where there is need for continuous delivery and continuous releases, on-demand releases, shift left to security and quality and unified insights. So we we hope to be a part of that ecosystem to help with that transformation to our customers.
Yeah, it's speed is everything. Speed is of the essence now. I mean, if you can't get it done in real time or near real time or right away, you're going to get passed by. And it's tools like yours that move the whole IT world ahead because of what you do. And you do it without having to write any code. It's amazing. The people using this can just, what do they use? A drag down menu or a wizard, or how's that work?
So we offer a self-service portal which shows a catalog of tools that you can pick from or bring your own tools to provision them in the Opsera cloud or also in the customer cloud. We offer a SaaS-based model and a self-service or self-hosted model. As far as the pipelines go, we provide a UI-based drag and drop mechanism for creating pipelines. You can create different steps or use our library or create your own by drag and drop, choosing the tool you want across any cloud and quickly creating them. There are also other ways to use or create these pipelines by JSON code that developers can take it and change it and use it in the code repositories. You can schedule those pipelines, and we have a variety of ways the pipelines can be used as well through GUI and also CLI, and command line interfaces.
Yeah, my last question is, Opsera has its own cloud, but do you actually partner with other cloud providers?
So we support Opsera through AWS and GCP today, and we are in the process of also extending to Azure. So basically, we would have two components: the Opsera's control plane and the customer's data plane, right? So we have the ability to provision all of them through a completely SaaS model or a hybrid model where the control plane is with Opsera and the entire data plane is on the customer cloud. So we offer both of those options.
Great. Thanks for the high level on the company, Chandra. It's good to meet you, and good luck going forward. I think you're in a really good lane.
Thank you, Chris. Great questions, good feedback, and I hope to stay in touch with you.
Yeah, let's take care of it. Let's do that. And for everybody following along with us today, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your eWEEK. Thanks for joining us on eWEEK eSpeaks. Go to eWEEK.com to hear more conversations with IT thought leaders.